energy is buzzing here on the convention floor. We are here on the night of Make America First Again for Mr. Trump's campaign. But earlier today, let's talk about civil liberties and making those first again. I had the pleasure of speaking with Gary Daniels of the ACLU, and he had a lot to say about the civil liberties of the people of Cleveland. Take a listen, Ed.
About a year ago, we filed a lawsuit after some protests happened. An officer was acquitted, and controversy broke out, protests broke out. And what the city did, what the police did, is they sort of shuttled everybody into an alleyway, wouldn't allow them to leave, didn't give dispersal orders, and then they arrested them. Well, we filed a lawsuit regarding that, saying this is not the way you handle protests. You can't keep people like this. You can't give them no opportunity to leave. And then when they did detain them, when they did arrest them, they kept them longer than necessary, even though judges were standing by, ready to book them, get them, processed and everything. So we filed a lawsuit, settled it successfully. So it sort of changed the way that Cleveland police handle protesters and arrests.
You've been making a lot of changes, though, Gary, and ruffling some feathers, I think, along the way. And a lot of those changes have to do with transparency, Ed, making sure that the citizens of the city, of the state, know exactly what's going on. Security was a big thing, how equipment and security equipment was being dispersed.
Right, and we had, just so you know, your viewers know, we also filed another lawsuit leading up to the convention regarding the security zones and how you protest in there, and our clients who weren't getting permits to do that. With the equipment, what we've seen in Cleveland is what we've seen many places around the country, where you have the government getting military equipment used in battlefields around the world and brought to our cities, and sometimes used and displayed when you're talking about protests. And Cleveland is no different, and in fact, we have even more of this going on because of the RNC, so we've talked out about that.
I got to ask you this really quickly, 10 seconds. The Republican National Convention leaves, but the city still needs to work. Really quickly, what does the ACLU need to do?
This city has a lot of challenges with regards to police in the community, and we're going to pick up that work immediately after the RNC.
All right, Ed, again, as you can see, the energy is buzzing. There are so many people around. There's a lot happening here, but that was a great interview. It's the perspective that we only bring you here on Currents and Net TV. There's a lot more ahead, but Ed, I'm signing off for now. Expect so much more from the convention floor.